Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, you might consider subscribing, and if you are an existing follower of this channel, thank you so much for being here for another video. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about a shoe that was a relatively recent purchase in my rotation of shoes, and I thought I would share with you what this shoe looks like and what it feels like after 100 miles. So the backstory here with the shoe is that I trained recently for my first 50-mile ultra, and I bought two pairs of the Hoka ATR 6. I loved the ATR 5, it was a fantastic shoe, so I thought that in order to do both the training and do the race, I'd buy two pairs of the same shoe so that I had one that was kind of more or less box fresh for race day. Now unfortunately on race day the conditions weren't exactly right for that particular shoe, and so it wasn't used. However, what happened shortly after was I was out for a training run or kind of a recovery run, and the sole of the shoe just fell off. There's no other way to describe it really. The sole just fell off, the glue had come free from the base, and I was left with a shoe which I couldn't use. Now I contacted the retailer through Hoka as well, and they provided me with an exchange basically. I could have gone like for like, but they didn't have my shoe size in stock in the ATR 6. And then I started thinking what my goals were for this year, and I decided that I wanted to focus on some speed. So I've got a 10k that I'm chasing down at the end of October, and I'm aiming to under 45 minutes. I'm following the Garmin training plan, and that's a series that is on my channel currently. It's my kind of weekly vlog. And I decided, based on reviews, based on feedback and things I had seen online, that the Hoka Mach 4 would be the shoe that I should purchase, or rather kind of exchange for. Now when the shoe came, I put it on, it felt like the most comfortable, plush, slipper-like shoe I'd ever actually worn. It surprised me how light it was in comparison with the shoe I've been wearing for probably 6 months before that, which was the ATR, which is obviously a different type of shoe, but sometimes it's not until you find the light shoe and you wear it that you start to realise the difference. And so I was immediately kind of reassured that this was going to be a shoe that could offer me something in my training. Of course, at that stage, I still wasn't too sure what it would perform like over time, and I began the 10k training. The 10k training involved a lot of goal pace repeats, speed repeats, some hill-based sessions. I haven't taken them on the trails, or at least nothing too technical, but I have taken them on pavements and hard surfaces, and actually the surfaces that would typically wear away the soles of the shoes even more. So what are you here for? You're here to see what the shoe looks like, aren't you? But I thought I'd give you the context of it. So hitting 100 miles this week is the Hoka Mach 4. This is the shoe, and what a fantastic shoe it is. I went for this particular variant in terms of the colour. I just thought black and white seemed like pretty cool shades to go for, and I really like it actually. It's the kind of shoe that you could wear out casually, and I have done a couple of times, and it doesn't look too much like a running shoe. Obviously the Hoka brand tend to go for some pretty wild and wacky colours, so you can see here toe box really nice and soft, nice and plush around here. I'm not a massive kind of shoe reviewer, so forgive me if the language is different to the correct technical specs and what you're supposed to say. The laces were long enough, and the reason why I say that is because some shoes I've had in the past, the laces just don't really suit. They seem to be slightly too short, but these laces are long enough. I do like this heel support at the back. You've got certainly a firmer section around here which does support the ankle, and it's just really cushioned and plush inside. You can see here typically this branding section normally gets worn away, but after 100 miles it's still looking as if, you know, more or less fresh out of the box, which I'm really pleased with. It's just a small sign that this is a shoe that's built to last. The tongue again, very soft, very plush, nothing hard about it at all, and the most important thing, of course, is the soles. Another reason why I really enjoy wearing these shoes is because I actually had a bit of toenail damage after my 50-miler, and I couldn't wear any shoes that had a toe box with any sort of plastic or firm rubber across it, because my big toe, which is a toe that was injured, kept tapping against it, and it was really sensitive. This, the fabric moves, the material moves with your toes, and it just allows that extra level of comfort. Also very breathable with the material down the side, these miniature vents that are in there. Okay, soles. So if we start from here, obviously the type of striker I am will give you a sense of where I'm hitting the ground, but I think, and I hope that you'll agree, that the soles themselves look to be in pretty good condition. There's some clear wear around here. You can see some slight fraying of the material. If we look to the side, the compression of the material is not too bad, still pretty strong. If I flex them as well, I'll give you a little bit of flex. It's got enough movement in there, but this section here is still pretty firm. And yeah, I mean, overall, I'm wearing them still for my training and they're feeling comfortable. They're feeling really good. This type of shoe I don't think is necessarily built to go the huge miles. I know people have taken them to beyond 200 miles and that's fantastic, but there's going to be some loss of integrity and loss of structure in the shoe. I'm sure that the soles, the more you'd run in them, you start to feel that sensation that you've got that harder impact and it's not as cushioned as it was before. But for me, you know, they're not the most expensive shoe out there, and certainly for what I've been doing, they've just done the job. They've done the job so well. I'm really pleased to have this in my rotation. I'd certainly buy another pair of them. I think the main thing for me is the comfort. They're comfortable, they're lightweight. As we're moving into the summer, and thankfully the hot weather's starting to arrive now, you don't want a shoe that's going to be too heavy, that you're going to be dragging around with you out on the roads, and you want something that just allows that air to flow through. So for me, the Hoka Mach 4 has been a truly fantastic shoe. I'm very impressed with it, and even though technically I didn't buy it, but I exchanged it, I'm really pleased that I was able to do so, because I think without that I may well have missed out on the opportunity to run a really great shoe. So another cool addition to the Hoka lineup, and I know that a lot of success has been had out there with more accomplished runners than me, but they're saying some very favourable things about this shoe, and it's likely because I'm not running at the very fast end of the 10k that I would be replacing those shoes nearer to the time and running my 10k in them. If you're in the market for a trail shoe instead, please do consider checking out my reviews of both the ATR 5 and ATR 6 Hoka shoes, because they have done me proud on so many runs. And certainly if you're looking for a comfortable ultra shoe, then they are the shoe that I would absolutely recommend to anybody. So thanks for checking out the video. I really appreciate your time. And if you run the Hoka Mach 4, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you.